you are all here not to read a book and not to repeat old chapters in your life, but to actually experience the power of writing a new book for yourselves, not based on your stories and your experiences of prescripted reality, but based on the experience of holoframing and hologramming from a space of completion. Integration is key to that experience. Integration of the heart with the mind, something I refer to as heart-mind synthesis. Integration of this sense of knowing that we are limitless beings with the very practical recognition that we're having a lot of experiences that look and feel like limitation. How do we reconcile those two seemingly discrete constructs within ourselves? We do that via the construct of the true authentic self. There is an integration of so-called spirituality with practicality. There is an integration of this really popular meme that's even sort of bleeding into mainstream, that we create our own reality, with the very real knowingness that a lot of times there's situations and circumstances that are transpiring that we as in you and me as individuals, did not create. If you're wondering what I'm referring to, take a look at what's happening at the outloop of the collective right now. You have to be dead to not be aware that the contrast is getting really, really intense. The contrast, perhaps around what we don't want, is enabling us to get really, really clear on what we do want. And what we are witnessing is the dismantling and the unraveling of the historical controlling paradigms that have not been following the mathematical symmetry of love's proportional unity. We are watching these deviated, contorted, and distorted morphic fields begin to come apart. Now, if we are looking at what appears to be happening from a strictly horizontal perspective, it's like the world is coming apart. Holy moly, the familiar paradigms, the familiar structures that have historically supported us, so we thought, seem to be coming apart. These surrogate power structures that we have been supporting but that haven't really been supporting us in a reciprocal relationship, they're beginning to unravel and reveal seeds of love's completion within them. And so if we are only looking from a horizontal perspective, it's going to be like, oh my goodness, the world is coming to an end. And the world as we've known it may be coming to an end. But if we look at it from a vertical perspective and horizontally, spherically, with 360-degree vision that is available through the field of the heart, we begin to recognize that things are not falling apart. They're coming together in an entirely new, potentially more empowering and inspiring way. And so what we're going to get to play with through the course of this weekend is vertical and horizontal awareness, the integration of the heart with the mind, the integration of all possibilities being available simultaneously, coupled with the laser-like focus of the mind as the intellect, which has the power to choose. And we're going to play in a structure of fields that give us the ability to restructure our personal realities from a hollow framework of completion. When we are creating from a space of completion, when we are relating from a space of completion, guess what is projected and reflected accordingly? Yeah, it's pretty obvious. I'm going to start off with the easy questions and we'll ask the harder questions later, because then you'll feel all good and confident.